there's a lot of conversations happening about levelling up, this government policy, what it means for the country, what it means for our region. We've done really well in Nottinghamshire out of the first bit, the kind of Towns Fund, Levelling Up Fund. We've got over £100 million in North Notts invested in projects to regenerate. But actually, over the next few months and years, we've got to set a long-term plan for what levelling up means. There's a lot of it going on around skills, that would be really important in education. But we've got a number of projects locally as well that are kind of good to go. We need government to make a couple of key decisions for us to be able to deliver. One of those is around HS2 and Toton, around devolution and what powers we can bring down from government to our area, around STEP, fusion energy, a big investment in energy innovation. There's 2 sites in Nottinghamshire that could be the site for that. And the final one is our Freeport, where we can use all sorts of tax and customs incentives to bring investment into the area. Now I'm going to do a series of short videos about each of those. A lot of people are asking about HS2, and there are decisions to be made this autumn about exactly what it's going to look like for us in the East Midlands. Now, regardless of how the eastern leg progresses, whether they build the full thing or something else, whether they change it, what's really important to us is our hub, our station, we hope, at Toton. And it's not about getting to Birmingham or Manchester 10 minutes faster, it's about the economic growth around that hub. We can use that site at Toton to join our 3 cities in the East Midlands together into an economic centre. We've got sites that are already in public ownership, where we've already got investors interested in building, investing in skills, investing in housing and jobs. So we're really keen to see government make that decision to include Toton in whatever plans they've got for HS2, so we can create jobs, grow our economy in our region. A lot of people are asking about our East Midlands Freeport and what it means for our region. It's actually a really positive opportunity to create jobs and bring investment to our area. How it works is the Freeport, it's not a tangible thing. What it is a system of incentives, both tax incentives and customs incentives, built around the airport so that businesses have got a really attractive prospect to invest in those sites, and they can save a bit of money either on internal domestic taxes or on what they ship in and out of the country via the airport. That means it's a much more viable proposition for them to create jobs in our area, to grow their business, boost our economy. And obviously those jobs within commutable distance to most of the East Midlands there, right in the centre, is a really positive opportunity. We've got to submit some additional information over the course of the autumn, but we're working really hard on it, and we hope we can create those jobs into next year. We've been talking a lot about devolution, and I know it's a kind of abstract concept. So in terms of what does that mean for us locally? Well, basically it's the ability for us to take powers that are currently decided here in Whitehall, in Westminster, and to make decisions more locally, whether that's in the East Midlands or in Nottinghamshire in particular. Depends how we negotiate and who is on board, who wants to be involved. But the premise basically is we want to go and get those powers from Westminster, whether it's around things like transport. Can we have more joined up transport services, better buses, for example? Whether it's about skills, what can we offer locally to fill local needs around adult learning or skills and retraining? There are all sorts of things we could do to both join up our local government more effectively and also bring additional powers down from Westminster. So instead of having to deal with generic national policies, we can make our local decisions. That's really powerful. It can deliver jobs, it can deliver better services for our region, which is why we're working really hard to get it. A lot of people have been asking me about the proposals around STEP energy, potentially a nuclear kind of fusion plant that government has asked for bids for different sites around the country. We've got 2 bids in Nottinghamshire, 2 sites that are in the last few being considered, and we'll find out later in the year whether they are chosen. One is in Ratcliffe-on-Soar at the power station, and one is in West Burton up in Bassetlaw. Both a big opportunity to create jobs and be a hub really for future energy research and innovation for the country. Now it's a long-term plan. The science, the technology doesn't exist properly yet, so it's a big old long-term research project, and in 10-15 years time starting to build this prototype power station, creating thousands of jobs for our neck of the woods. So really positive and important, and we hope one of those sites can be chosen as the site for this fusion energy plant.